Let me know if you all can see presentation. Hello, Mr. William. It's nice to see you here.
Yeah, hello.
Let me just check quickly if we have a stream already started, and then we can start. I hope you can see the presentation as well, right?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, perfect. I opened up the first slide, and I also have radio video.
Okay.
Just 1 minute. Okay, now I close other microphones and just leave microphone of Mr. John William.
Suddenly I got some cold, so.
Okay, no problem. Yes.
So do you want my video to be on, or?
Yes, as you prefer. If the connection is good, I think it will be great.
Okay.
Now it's fine. Yes, thank you. Yes, we are live. Oh, okay. Thank you very much again. Please, John, I welcome you in this webinar in English, which we have each Wednesday for all participants of SOLARGROUP project in throughout the world who speak English. And then we also streaming live in Facebook official group of SOLARGROUP. This transmission will be also available on YouTube. And Mr. John, thank you very much for joining. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you, Dmitry, for having me here on this webinar. I'm glad to be here with all the SOLARGROUP partners. So it's been a hectic time here because of Corona, but still we are working on some projects. So
Mr. William, only one thing, if you can speak a little bit closer to microphone, if you have handset or, yes.
Yeah, I have.
Thank you. Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Oh, is there a way to increase the volume? Okay. So let me start with my presentation if everybody's there. So should I start, Dmitry, or are we waiting for somebody to join?
Yes, please go ahead. It's fine. You can start.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. Good evening again. This is John William. I am the CEO of Awev Solutions. We started this company in March 2018 with a vision to develop affordable electric mobility solutions. So basically, we focus on the following verticals. One is the retrofit kits for small commercial vehicles and three-wheelers. So the small commercial vehicles, I mean vehicles like Tata Ace, Piaggio, Porter. And we also are the distributors of EV powertrains in partnership with ASPP, which is part of SOLARGROUP. So for people who don't know what is ASPP, I think Dmitry, maybe you can explain later on. It's part of the SOLARGROUP. And they produce the motors right now in China. And we also do customized lithium-ion battery packs. And we are working with some universities for the next generation battery technologies like aluminum ion and non-lithium based batteries. So our company vision is to redefine the future of e-mobility in India by bringing in energy efficient and cost-effective e-mobility solutions, resulting in faster EV adoption and reduction in tailpipe emissions for a green future. We go to the next slide, please. So just to give you a global scenario, I think this is not new to people in SOLARGROUP. So the global electric car market surpassed 5 million vehicles in 2018. And various countries like Norway, Netherlands, Germany, France, and UK have set some deadline for migrating total electric transportation starting from 2030 to 2040. And as you all know, India is also focused on electrification of the transportation. I think the government is planning to have at least 30% of the vehicles electrified by 2030. And as you also know, there are some schemes, incentive schemes announced by Indian government. It's called Phase 1, and now also the Phase 2 is also in progress. I think we can. So the e-mobility driving process are mainly in India. You know, India has very poor air quality in some of the major metros. And as you all know, India has also signed on the Paris Climate Change Agreement. And also, import of oil is one of the areas which sets us back in our forex or balance of trade. So that is for import of oil, to reduce import of oil for energy security. And also, as you know, government is now focusing more on the solar power generation. So these things are driving e-mobility in India. So one of the reasons why we chose to do retrofit instead of going for new vehicle is because
Mr. William, I'm sorry, if you could close the microphone. Thank you. Yes, otherwise the sound. Thank you.
Yeah. So one of the reasons is the cost efficiency. So the diesel cost, as you might know, it keeps increasing almost on a daily basis. Today it's around 78 rupees. And also, as you know, the electric vehicle has very little number of moving parts when you compare a diesel vehicle. And in case of retrofit, the initial investment is much lower when you compare to buying a new vehicle. These are the driving forces. So Dmitry, if you can move to the next one. Next slide, please. So as you know, government has already changed to the BS6 in India. So from April 2020 onwards, the vehicles that are registered has to be BS6 compliant, which means that the vehicles are more expensive compared to BS4. And so this makes EV via media solution. And also, like in Delhi and other metros, you have the odd even days where the vehicle can drive mainly to curb the pollution. And as I told you before, the government is trying to achieve 30% electric mobility by 2030. So that's the reason. So I've just given you a small comparison of how much. Yeah, we can go to the next one. So at the time when we calculated this, the diesel price was about 70 rupees. So today it's 78. So you can see the difference, how the price is going up. Whereas in case of battery charging, it costs only like 77 rupees. So the fuel cost per day, if you use a diesel vehicle, is like 560 rupees versus 77. So on an operation cost saving, you save almost like 1,59,000 or 1,60,000 rupees in a year. And the kids, you can get the payback of the kids in less than 3 years. Could we go to the next one? So this is our first model that we retrofitted, this small commercial vehicle. We have a video of this vehicle, maybe end of this session you can see a video. So this is a Piaggio Porter 600 BS3 vehicle, which we have converted using ASPP's 7 kilowatt motor. So this is pending ARA approval because the testing process is quite tedious, and due to this pandemic, the ARA is closed for several months now. So we are still progressing on this. Can we go to the next one? So this is a three-wheeler or Bajaj, which many of you might be aware. So this one we have converted with a ASPP's 3.3 kilowatt motor. This is a 48 volt system, and the previous one, what we saw, was a 72 volt system. So this is also undergoing a lot of trials in the market now. We go to the next one. So in India, there are so many three-wheelers, like most of you know. So one of our endeavor is to convert these vehicles. So we have different ranges of retrofit vehicles. So we have done two of them. One is the small commercial vehicle, which I showed you in previous pages, and also a three-wheeler. We are working on a bigger size LCV and also on load auto, which we plan to complete by end of this year. And during this lockdown, we also converted a Maruti Omni vehicle to electric using a 7 kilowatt motor from ASPP. So all our kits come with a 3-year warranty. So these are the motors that we use. So the smallest motor that we have from ASPP is the 3 kilowatt motor, which is mainly used for two-wheelers. So we are talking to two major two startup companies which are working on two-wheelers, and both of them will be trying this 3 kilowatt motor from ASPP. So maybe by end of this year, we will know how this project will shape up. I heard a message. I'm getting a message. Can you hear, Sanjay? Okay, so then we have the 5 kilowatt motor, which is again for vehicles like tuk-tuk and three-wheelers. And then we have the 7 kilowatt motor, which mainly for the small pickup vehicles. So one of the advantages of using this motor, which is from Duyunov and which is adapted by ASPP, is this is a combined winding motor that, like most of you might be knowing. So this motor gives us starting torque increased by 35%, starting current reduced by 35%, and minimum torque increased by 35%, and maximum torque is increased by 20%. So we have seen this practically in our vehicles. We can move, you will not believe that we can move the vehicle, the four-wheeler vehicle that we have, even as less like in 50 amps. So it's a very efficient motor. Can we go to the next one? So we also use the same controllers from ASPP, and these controllers have a very good efficiency, close to about 98%. And you can program this in your PC, and they're efficient. They have the region braking. And one of the biggest advantages is that it's got CAN communication, and you can set up or you can program everything, and you can get all the outputs in for your vehicle controller and for your display. Hello? Yeah. And we also because in retrofit kits, the major cost component is coming from the battery packs. So we also make our own battery packs as a channel partner of G-Power. And we use the A123 Systems NMC pouch cells, which gives cycle life of about 2,000 cycles at 80% BOD. So we have been supplying this battery packs to different OEMs already now. We are working with, maybe if you can go to the next slide. So we are working with a company called Blacksmith, which is a startup, which is using the battery packs. And we're also working with Murugappa Group, which is one of the biggest groups in India. They are developing a three-wheeler. So this one also uses our battery pack. Okay, so I think that's all we have from my side. This needs to be updated. Maybe we can go to the next one. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe you can show the video. So if you need any more clarifications, you feel free to write to me. My email address is. Maybe you can show them the email address.
Yes, this one. Sorry.
Yeah, and then mine is at the top, and then we can communicate with each other if you have any specific requirements.
I'm also will write your email address in chat here, so people can copy paste. Just 1 minute. In case any partner have any question also regarding the technical side or pluriannual experience of Mr. William, please, you're welcome to ask till we have this opportunity. And then in the meantime, I'm preparing the video. So it's info@awevsolutions.com, right? Okay,
that's right, yes.
That's the email address. Hope you can note. Otherwise, for those who did not follow the slides, I can send it later in PDF format or share it on Google Drive and send to partners or distribute via national partners. And let me play this clip.
Yeah, so this one was taken when we had the Solar Group conference in Delhi.
Yeah, I remember some of the partners could have experience to test drive it. This and also the bike, which we transported for this purpose. Great work, Mr. William. And there will be a next one. Oh, regarding the porter, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will share it too. This one. Can you explain what is the distance maybe traveled?
This is a Piaggio Porter. This is similar to a Tata Ace vehicle. So this has also got the motor from ASBP. So we have already tried like 1 ton payload with this vehicle. This gives a range of about 100 kilometers with 11 kilowatt battery pack.
100 kilometers. Great.
Yes. With a payload of with a payload of 1 ton.
Payload? How can it
1,000 kilograms.
Oh, okay, it's great.
Yeah.
Plus the passengers, so it's a great opportunity. Okay, Mr. William, thank you very much for this presentation. If any partner have a question to Mr. William, because Mr. William, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you also represent or have direct communication with Solmash or Mr. Dmitriy Duyunov in terms of having the motors from him and also have an opportunity to have government permission from RI agency, right? I wanted to update with you because a lot of partners were asking, what about commercial sales? Maybe you can update whether you were successful to receive, you managed to receive this.
No, that's taking time because of this pandemic. So
it's still in process, yeah?
Yes, it is in process. But
great.
I think by end of this year, we should.
Will it be for three-wheeler, for tuk-tuk vehicle, or also for this?
No, first we are going for. Yeah, we're going for both.
Okay. So both tuk-tuk and the light commercial vehicle, which we like Porter, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. That's great. And I think in China you have already one example, which we will try to demonstrate in other events. shortly once we have opportunity to do it via the company in India, which we talked personally. And thank you very much.
One of the things that I want to discuss is that maybe we can do it also offline. Whether you're planning to do the motors in India, because right now Chinese market, it's like so.
Chinese market.
Yeah, because currently the ASPP comes from China, so that's sort of a small, what do you say, a stumbling block now. So we hope it gets cleared. So
many partners were asking, maybe also BLDC motors, how they are important in Indian market. It's like 90% or how would you compare regarding?
Yeah, because today the market is flooded with BLDC motors.
Okay, from China, yeah, mostly.
Yeah, and it's like efficiency is only like 80%.
So it means SPP motors and combined winding have great opportunity to develop in the Indian market, right?
Definitely, yes.
Okay.
If you do something in India, then I think the potential is very good.
Okay. Okay. Hope everything will be resolved also in your region and with the agency and also with the. It will be back to normal. We could all be work and enjoy also, and all the offices will be open, so we can because we had plans also to continue with our offline meetings and events. And it has been a great pleasure to have you on this webinar, and hopefully maybe in some weeks or whenever you have update, we will also call you to webinar in Spanish or for India. Here also we have leader Mr. Androy here who opened video, who is following you as well as many partners from India.
Maybe I don't know. I'm able to see.
Oh, there are some questions. I see.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, please. Okay, Mr. Ashok Kumar is asking, how many kilometers run two-wheeler bike for one-time charging? So I think it's the bike we used in the conference.
Oh, the bike, yeah. Bike, actually, we put a very small pack because of timing. But I think if you put because we used a 25Ah pack, actually, we should have used a 50Ah. So with a 50Ah, I think you should get about 75 kilometers.
78 kilometers. Okay, great.
75 with a 58.
And
we haven't tested that.
Yeah. And so it depends on battery, yes, also. So
yes.
You need to also take into account all the parameters. Also, Mr. Dhana Yadav is asking, what is the price estimate of motor and inverter? Sorry.
Depends on which capacity they're talking about. It starts from like $150. It goes all the way up to $500, so depending on the voltage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, do you have already some of these products in your office, in your location, so the partners can directly approach you, or?
Yes, we have some samples. Yeah, we have motors. I have a 3.3 kilowatt motor I have with me. I have the 7 kilowatt motor.
So maybe they can test, modernize it, or.
Yes, but it has to be for each custom. It can't be like fit. It's not like a fit for all motor.
Yeah. Depends on the size,
so it has to be programmed for the specific requirement.
Okay. Any other questions, dear partners? And also from Mr. Zahir, please send related information. Okay. I will do it also in the. Hello, Mr. Anandroy. Also, you can say hi to our distinguished guest.
Yes. William sir, good evening. Sir, I have some good evening, sir. Sir, in this company, they are also making a water pump motor, fan motors, all types of motor. Yeah, only we have now. Yes, sir.
This is, I think, they are mainly focusing on this EV motors.
Okay, sir.
But I think as a parent company, they have been doing other motors also, like industrial motors. So I think Dmitry would be the best person to tell, because I am dealing only with the EV side. But I think the combined winding technology can also be adapted for industrial motors. For industrial motors, yes, it is possible.
It could be next step. So as Mr. William
Yeah.
also shared, it's very, very highly customized. So it depends on the requirement from the client, right? And then you need something like technical task. For example, you need this motor to move some parts or to have some energy generated, right? Or, and depending on that, on the, let's say, requirements of the client, you will tell how many kilowatts so you want, how many power output you want. And so what should be the dimensions? Hello, Birdi, also. Mr. Birdi is here, our national partner.
Hello. I'm seeing.
Yes.
Hello, Birdi sir.
Yes, he's on the phone. And then it depends. So
ciao, Dima. Ciao, John. Hello.
Hi, Birdi. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
You're in Spain?
A little bit, but I understand English. I don't speak better English. Ok.
Where are you now?
Dim Dili, grazie per essere la vostra presenza. Avevo un appuntamento anch'io oggi con un partner.
Okay, Birji is saying that he had already a meeting with a partner and he has given you great warm welcome. Dove sei da parte d'Italia?
Where is he now?
Bergamo City.
Bergamo, it's close to Milano.
Bergamo.
It's north.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a very wonderful place. I think quando finisce Covid, do benvenuto, potete venire, anche John.
Everyone is welcome to visit Ms. Birdi once the border is open.
Sure. So when are you registering your company in India, SOLARGROUP? Because I'm confused.
Di lì che abbiamo già procedura, al momento abbiamo un po' di, diciamo, parte del, diciamo, governativo delle avere permessi, no? E appena prepariamo questi documenti è tutto a posto, poi sarà contattato anche lei, così avremo, o anche per aprire anche mia attività, come hai dimostrato di cambiare motori, così sarò appoggiato tramite magari sarà tutto preparato.
Okay. Once the government office is ready to accept all the paperwork, because we already started the process actually. So as soon as we have a positive outcome and it will be bureaucratically settled, everything, and the company will be operative, and then we will go forward as soon as it's possible. Un'altra cosa che dicevi alla fine?
Come?
Un'ultima cosa che...
Sì, così per aprire mia officina, no?
Okay.
Le modifiche delle macchine, sto preparando. Poi sarai anche, avrò un, diciamo, aiuto, appoggio suo.
Okay. Mr. Birdi is planning to also open his own modernization shop or workshop in the north, in Punjabi region, and it's great plans. So
we can work together.
Yes.
Ok. And a prossimo stiamo anche preparando in Hindi sua presentazione, così sarà anche preparato in Hindi presto.
Okay. Also in Hindi, Birdi will invite you to the webinar in Hindi once we can. Okay.
But I need a translator.
Okay, no problem. I will translate.
Yes.
Okay.
Dilli che prepareremo translator abbiamo Anand Roy, English to Hindi. He's the good English and Hindi, not little bit come me.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Android can help us.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, William, sir.
Great leadership, Mr. John Anand Roy is the great leadership in a SOLARGROUP. The great person in the retired officer of Navy in India.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sir, William, sir, I have one more query. How to take dealership in India with your company or directly to Solar Group?
I think this one is through ASPP, so I don't know about Solar Group, so I think
Okay,
Dmitry
sir.
should answer this question.
No, sir. In India, you are the representative, na? Then
Yes,
we are to know
yes.
face only in India, sir.
Yeah, we can have some dealers, not an issue.
Also, I think
Yes,
the question is,
so,
you don't have executive rights for all India, right? So Mr. Anand Roy or other persons from other regions can maybe collaborate with you and...
Yes, because for right now, what the understanding that we have with ASPP is that we are the distributors for India. So if anything is needed for your part of the like India, we can support, or you can be like a sub dealer or whatever. We can have a discussion separately, Shanat.
okay, no problem, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Another question from Mr. So thank you, Mr. Anand Roy, for also your questions. Mr. Sudhir Kumar is asking if regarding the Solar Group website. I think it's more technical question. You can write directly to National Partner Birdi, and otherwise I can leave my contact in WhatsApp and our group in Telegram, so you can refer to our chat if you have issues opening the website. I think right now we are operating without any issues. So if any partner have another question for Mr. John William, technical, otherwise all the contacts, you please ask Mr. Beardy, or he can provide you directly, let you have contact of Mr. John William, and also I've written in the chat his email address, so you can contact him. You can even visit him if you're available, if it's possible. Otherwise, let's see that all the situation is more settled, and then he can give you a hand and he can collaborate with you in terms of modernization, right, of the vehicles or motors, at least to give you some kind of direction, because I know, Mr. William, you already have more than 20 years experience in this field, right? And for somebody who just starting out, it means maybe he doesn't know from A to Z. He just knows that, okay, there is this opportunity, but maybe there is some manual. There is no manual, actually. There is the person. It depends, very customized solution. So if you have a bike based on petrol, you maybe disassemble and then assemble with electric motor. It's easy to tell, but maybe not that easy to have the final product, right? But it takes some time and effort. I know it's not like
it took almost 2 years for us to come to this vehicle to make it drive properly. So it's a long process.
Tuning in. Tuning in. Okay. It's great.
But I think the support from Mr. Victor has been very good from ASPP on technical side. So he's very supportive. I should thank him. And he's a wizard. So.
Yes, Mr. Victor Aristo has already had some experience in terms of production and more time with this testing. He's driving it himself with the bikes. Knows the ins and outs.
So we drove together in China, myself.
Oh, great. Yeah, I understand.
Somebody is asking phone number, so I don't know whose phone number they're referring to. Is it my number or
just
somebody
number in India? Okay, let me share let me share that slide. Yes, I will open up presentation once
but
again.
there I don't have a phone number.
There is.
If somebody wants to contact me, I can type my phone number here.
Okay, you can do in chat as well. Otherwise, yeah, I will also share for those of you who is waiting for Telegram.
This is.
Or you can send me.
My number.
Okay, perfect. Dear partners, if you have any other technical question or related regarding this presentation, or I think Mr. William has given he's provided his contacts. Thank you, John. And this is the link to join the Telegram group. Also, we have English chat group. I will share right now. Please let me know if you have other questions. Otherwise, we thank very much Mr. John William, because in India also we have already evening, and we hope in the next weeks and months we'll have more news also from Mr. William regarding the updates, regarding the permission. I think once with the permission, it means the car can go anywhere on public roads, right? In India.
Yes.
Great. So it will be great for promotional purposes or for. So I think once you have it, you please publish on your.
Yeah, actually, what we are trying to do is we are trying to get the motor certified first. Motor and the controller, so that can be used separately, independent of the vehicle. So we are trying that also.
And having the CE certificate from SPPY High, does it help, or you need to start?
Even if you have CE, then we have to test it here locally.
Okay.
So that's a mandatory requirement.
I understand. Yeah, in Russia it's similar. You import something already with CE, and then you need to go through some agency which gives you a stamp approved, and then you can be free.
That's for each country, because it's different.
Yes, it's similar. Okay. Thank you, Zahir. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you all the partners for your questions.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for great update.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, Mr. William.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, sir.
All right, dear partners. In the meantime, I remind you all also, just update, that today is the final day of stage number 13, when you can update or buy the new package or update existing package. And if you're struggling, if you want to enter the promo code, and if you participated our conference on 27th of June, you can ask Mr. Birdi or ask me directly, or Vice National Partner Rajesh Kumar, for the promo codes still available. Then still we have a couple of hours before the midnight here in Russia, or 2:30 in the night in India, before the final hours of this stage 13. And tomorrow we will already have stage 14. Another thing I wanted to let you know, to remind you all, that in stage 14 it will not be any more possible to increase the package or to upgrade the existing package. So please note this, that it's only possible in this stage 13 to increase or upgrade the existing package from the previous stages. And from tomorrow, basically, there will be not any more such possibility. So that's the main news. And thank you very much also, Mr. Anand Roy, for your participation.
Thank you, sir. Can I translate in Hindi, sir?
Yes, sure. Please. Yes.
Okay. Dear leader, आज जो है 13 स्टेज का लास्ट डे है, जो इंडियन समय से रात को 2:30 बजे तक चलेगा और रशियन में 12 बजे खत्म हो जाएगा। और दूसरी अपडेट ये है कि हम अपने जो पैकेज को इंक्रीज करते थे, वो इस 13 स्टेज के बाद 14 स्टेज में जाने के बाद इंक्रीज नहीं कर पाएंगे। बस ये दो विशेष न्यूज़ थी। Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I remind you that in 1 week we'll let me just update the schedule. We'll have another guest. Otherwise, for those of you interested to have a presentation in PowerPoint or in PDF, you can write in chat, or you can actually access it on the back office in the area for partners. And then you can go to materials, and you can download this the presentation of Duyunov Motors project. And then if you have any question, you can ask your partners, your leaders, the person who invited you, or even national partner, Mr. Birdi or Rajesh Kumar, or the other leaders. And in case of technical or question, don't hesitate, don't wait. Please write immediately to support chat. And if there is a delay, several hours or 1-2 days, please don't hesitate also to write our national partner, because we're also connected closely with management of the company. So if something is delayed, then we'll try to get things moving more quickly. And also I remind you that in this Sunday, we'll have both for Latin America and for India, our distinguished guest, Mr. Sergey Semyonov, who will be the guest in these webinars. So at this Sunday on 9th of August at 9:30 p.m. India time, there will be this webinar with some update with Mr. Sergey Semyonov, Director of Solar Group Limited. Please, maybe Android, if you can also translate in Hindi, it will be great.
ओके अगले जो 9 तारीख को संडे है, उसमें सोलर ग्रुप के सीईओ आ रहे हैं, तो आप लोग इसको ज्वाइन कीजिए और वो बहुत सारे अपडेट देने वाले हैं, तो आप 9th को आइए और सुनिए.
Okay, धन्यवाद. Thank you. Yes.
धन्यवाद. Thank you.
All right. Okay, Mr. Mr. Ashok Kumar is writing 100 package, 250 package, show after 14th stage. I don't exactly understand what is this question. After 14th stage. Already the price list or exactly the discount for the 14th stage already available in groups. There is the link for Google document. If you can't find, just write in chat. Please send me the updated discount rates for packages for stage 14. And because most of the leaders have already this link, we can share it again, no problem. And then in case of any doubt, any question, you can please write in chat, and we'll be there to try to help you out. Okay.
Dima, I just want Anand's mobile number, so maybe you can send
okay,
it to me.
I can write you in private, yes, no
Okay,
problem.
sir,
No, so you can send it to me later.
Sure.
By WhatsApp.
already sent, sir.
Oh,
Already
okay.
sent my mobile number. Thank you.
Okay, I'll copy.
All right. At what time the IPO and share in the market? Mr. Sudhit Kumar, thank you for this question. Exactly with this question, we'll ask also our director, Mr. Sergey Semyonov, this Sunday. Preliminary information is, as you know before, that first we need to complete all the stages, all the 20 stages. Then the next step is to make the share joint stock company, SolMash company in Russia, and then the company Solar Group shares will be exchanged to these shares of SolMash in the future. So it means the partners can sell and buy shares from each other, from other investors. And once the engineering center will be operating, so it means preliminarily it will be from 2022, because Mr. Dmitriy Duyunov announced that it will take about 22 months to complete all the construction. So from 2022, this engineering center will be operating. And then in 2023, there will be probably distribution of first dividends to investors. And then depending on the financial indicators of company, in several years or in maybe in 1, 2, 3 years, we can talk about maybe going through IPO process in international market. So it's a future event. So we don't have a 100%. We don't have a magic ball, as Mr. Birji is saying that we don't know exactly which month. A lot of you are asking which month of internal exchange, which month and year of IPO. We have a preliminary outline, a direction, yes, and it will depend how situation will evolve and how fast the company will conclude all the 20 stages and how fast we'll have completed financing of the project completely. It means have a right at our target. Target is $50 million, as you have written, yes, also in our back office. Also a question of how many times Solar Group office open in India. We are working on it already, as Mr. Birdi has shared. Right now it was a little bit blocked in April and May due to the government offices not working. So we need to formalize this process through a registrar. There is already a process in place. It's at final stages, so all the documents have been submitted to the agency which takes care of registration of company in India. It will be private limited company. And once it will be ready, we'll have official announcement, and we'll celebrate together about this, and I will update you all. If the website is not open, again, your question, then what option we have to get the user ID and password. First of all, you always have the support, this email address, which is support.en@solargroup.pro, which of course, you know already that any partner can use to write in English or other languages, and then support will translate. So they will be able to help you. Because we know in some countries, the internet provider doesn't allow the site to open, but mostly it regarding Europe. In India, I think there is fewer such problems. So it should work. Just if not, let me know from which region you're trying to access it, if you're using special tools or not, and which website you're referring to. Is it solargroup.pro or other web page? Okay, I think that's it for today's webinar. Again, thank you very much. I remind you about webinar in Sunday, and have a great evening. Hope this information was helpful. It will be published also if you search in YouTube. The channel is called Duyunov Motors. I will also publish here the link to this channel here in chat. So you can see, you can copy paste, maybe you can subscribe to it and like the videos there. We are already streaming live that webinar. This is the link for our live stream. You can send to your friends, to your partners who have not been present today, that they can visit it later. They can revisit this webinar and they can get all this information basically at their fingertips whenever they want. Okay, thank you very much again. Maybe on Android you can translate it. Waiting you on Sunday with Mr. Birdi and you and Rajesh. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Hanivat, thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.